Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure and distinct honor to present to you the Commander-in-Chief of the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States, Fritz Mihelcic.
Thank you, comrades. Thank you. I am truly humbled by this honor, and I want to thank Terry and Bobby for the nomination, and my chief, Bill Thine, from 2013-2014 for installing me. A special thanks to Illinois-owned past Commander-in-Chief George Kramer, who was not able to be with us today. Comrades, auxiliary members, family, friends, thank you for letting me share a few moments with you as I begin this great journey as your VFW Commander-in-Chief. As we shake off the past and we rise again to the challenge of this next year. The time is now. I chose that theme some time ago, but it was truly prophetic. We have been living for almost 2 years in the grips of a modern dark age. We have not been able to get out to our communities. We have not been able to show the world who we are and what we are. We have lost posts, members, and prospective members. But my friends, when it comes to reawakening our spirits and beginning a renaissance within our beloved veterans of foreign wars, I say the time is now. We need to pick up the torch today and shine our light brightly into every corner, far and wide. Our mission is simple. Let everyone know the VFW is not dead. It is not dying. And after 122 years, we are just beginning to hit our stride. Yes, 122 years. The moniker of this year's group of state commanders is Class 122. I had to veto Fritzy's fearless followers. I may wear the Chief's hat, but I represent and I serve all of you. It's not about any individual. Rather, we decided to show our service and our commitment to the veterans of foreign wars by describing who we are in the grand scheme of 122 years of service to America, our service to our service members, our veterans, and our families. We are the commanders of Class 122. We will make a difference, and we have all pledged to work together at all levels, once again, to show that service has not fallen away. We are about service, my friends, and we all need to be pulling in the right direction. None of us here are for any individual glory, least of all me. I'm honored to lead the effort, but a leader is only as good as those who are willing to follow that leadership. I will give you all I have this year, and I will leave nothing on the table. I ask you to do the same. My second ask is that all of you not despair over the past. Since the first coronavirus case reported in the US back in January of 2020, it's been a rough 18 months. That much is true. The pandemic took its toll on our families, our friends, our communities, our livelihoods, and in some cases, even our faith. Our country has suffered tremendously. But we cannot wait until the nation fully recovers before we begin to recover ourselves. When it comes to taking action in spite of circumstance, I say the time is now. I'm here to proclaim the past is over and the future is ours for the making. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, we will soar to new heights in this coming year. There is an energy in the air, and I know you can all feel it. When we were marching, you all felt it. The fact that we're able to be here today in Kansas City proves it. Many posts around the world have used this strategic pause to refurbish their post homes. Others have used the time to re-engage their membership by calling on current or lapsed members. The simple act of reaching out and offering a human touch has led to several departments reaching 100% and much more, all in a time of COVID restrictions. I even went to a VFW dinner banquet in Wisconsin recently, and they had 350 people in attendance, a gathering not possible just a few months ago. If there are those that can do this in the dark ages, during the plague of the modern era, think of what we can all do working together in this coming Renaissance. It's time to get reblued, get back to our core values, and service will be the watchword of the coming year. Yes, membership numbers are important, but we firmly believe that if we increase our service, we increase our community involvement, and we partner with other organizations, potential members will be knocking down our doors to join us. When it comes to embracing this new generation of veterans and their desire for purpose, motivation, and leadership through action, I say the time is now. Today's warriors are not content with sitting in meetings or standing next to a bar complaining. They are doers. Give them something to do. Be an active part of your community. They will gladly come out to the local park and help clean it because it is a finite commitment, it has a clear goal, and it gives them an opportunity to take a selfie of themselves doing great things. Just like this. It's as easy as that, my friends. This is going to be on Facebook in a few minutes. This is how we communicate. This is what we're going to do. Just like social media is truly a force multiplier for communication, the younger generation of veterans can be the force multiplier for our organization. So if you're out and about, hashtag still serving in your communities, wear your VFW logo ball caps and t-shirts. Potential members will see the VFW presence, they will see its relevancy, and they will want to be part of it. They are our future, and we need to pass this on and pass the torch over to them and let them run with it. I know there's a lot of attention on the current conflict veterans these days, and rightfully so. As we end our nearly 20-year war in Afghanistan, we as a nation owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to the hundreds of thousands of soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen who have served over the years in the conflict, including 2,420 killed and almost 20,000 wounded. They sacrificed so much, and they successfully kept Al-Qaeda from planning and executing another 9/11 attack on American soil. To all our brothers and sisters in arms who served with honor, valor, distinction during operations enduring freedom and resolute support, we say thank you and welcome home. Please join me in a show of appreciation for these brave men and women. But just as we honor veterans from our past 20 years, we cannot forget all of the living veterans who brought us to this point in our history. There are many eligible veterans still from World War II and forward who we need to recruit. Korea, Vietnam, the various pop-up conflicts, Desert Storm, Somalia, the Balkans. The VFW is a big tent, and we welcome everyone. It matters not what war or conflict you were in, what branch or where you were deployed. If you served and you are eligible, we want you to be a part of us, because everyone wants to be part of something bigger than themselves. The VFW offers you that. Why do we need to continue pushing membership? Well, because the average age of a VFW member is 69 years old, and we are teetering on falling below the 1 million member mark. If we go below that, Congress may decide to stop listening to us when it comes to veterans' benefits and legislation. We were founded on two things: veterans' benefits and legislation, and we cannot let a falling membership deprive all veterans of the powerful voice we have on Capitol Hill. When the VFW speaks, Congress listens, and it needs to stay that way. If we do not keep that loud voice, we will be lost in a sea of whispers, along with many of the lesser-known veterans groups. Class 122 has simply said, "Not on my watch." When it comes to strengthening our voice in the nation's capital, I say, the time is now. We must continue to press Congress and the administration on issues like toxic exposure, VA claims, transition assistance. We will leverage every testimony, every engagement, every phone call, and even you as members of our Action Corps to get our point across. We will not be ignored. We need to take back the narrative about the veteran community. We need to declare that we veterans are patriotic beyond politics, that we are committed to our Constitution, and we are dedicated to democracy, and we are resolute in our love for our great republic. We promise you this: the veterans of foreign wars will finish stronger at the end of this year, and we will ensure that Congress hears us roar. Friends, and I know this next point is going to hurt some of you, but I'm going to say it anyway. We are no longer in the 20th century. Flip phones, modems, computers with 5¼ inch floppy drives, those are in the Museum of Forgotten Technology. We are firmly in the 21st century. COVID over the last 18 months has shown us that we can actually have meetings and conduct business virtually. If only I'd purchased stock in Zoom a year ago. That said, the genie is out of the bottle, and it's not going back in. When it comes to embracing new and emerging technologies to carry our message and tell our story, I say, the time is now. I said earlier that social media is a force multiplier, and I've said that twice now because it is the reality of the times in which we live. We need to do more to tell the world what we do, the VFW, on a daily basis. It's not bragging if it's the truth. Email has been around for 30 years. Platforms like Twitter and Facebook have been around for 14 and 17 years, respectively. You might disagree, but I've seen too many faces buried in smartphones over the years. Everyone is looking at social media. We must get on that wagon, and we must get on it now. The time is now. Social media is also the cheapest way to get the word out. It's free, and I'm sure the adjutants and quartermasters will be happy to hear that. If you don't know how to use it, if you're not comfortable with it yet, trust me, there are plenty of members and potential members at your post that are. Let them be your social media gurus. They will be posting about everything you're doing. Give them a task, they will do it. And the beauty of social media is that you don't have to do all the work yourselves. through our national accounts on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, our website, even through our podcast, our communications teams in KC and DC, they put out a great deal of information daily. All you have to do is follow it, share it, and it will get out to everyone. It doesn't get any easier or cheaper. To paraphrase Oscar Goldman, we have the technology. We can make our communications better than it was, stronger, better, faster. That's your $6 million quote for the day. For those of you who remember that reference. In conclusion, and that means for those of you in the back, it's time to wake up. The mission of Class 122 is simple. Show the world that we are alive and vibrant. Bring all of our posts into the 21st century by showcasing what we do and what we do well. Welcome all of those eligible members to be part of the greatest combat veterans organization the world has ever known. Friends, the time is now. Let's get to it. Thank you.